So if you were to give me one tip right now, just to get more out of my swing,
Right.
what would it be? One tip.
Swing to the target, square the club face.
All right. You available? I mean, obviously it's still short, but
The straightest ball we've hit.
it's the straightest one I've hit. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Blair Wheeler. We're back here at Loggerhead Golf, and today we're going to be doing a two-part episode. Starting off in the bay doing a gap fitting. And for those of you guys at home that need to know what a gap fitting is, I mean, I'm one of those people. I need to be talked to like a 5-year-old. We are going to sit here and go through every club in the bag and find out my exact yardages. This might be really humbling for me. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to go outside and do a little course strategy with Nicky. So stay tuned for the end of the episode for that. But let's get into this gap fitting.
Blair, how we doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Good to see you again.
Ready to get the sweat on.
Yeah, there you go. So today we're working on getting to know your numbers, seeing how far you hit each golf club in your bag, and seeing what adjustments we need to make to the set as we move into our own course preparation. Okay?
Yep.
Sound like a plan?
Sounds good to me. Let's get this thing going.
You want to start at the bottom of the bag, work your way up, or start at the top and work your way down?
I like starting from the bottom up.
Awesome.
So start with the wedges.
Let's grab your shortest club then.
So Caleb, starting with my 60 degree, how many shots am I going to hit with each club? And then what are you looking to get out of this from your standpoint?
We just want a good average baseline assessment of how far you hit eich golf club.
Okay.
So for that, we want to probably get about 5 swings in with each golf club. And if you strike 3 of them in a row, let me know, okay?
Okay.
We'll save you a few swings.
Okay.
But we just want to get a good average.
All right. So Caleb, I'm a little just athleticism and body type for me.
Right.
I guess I'm a little embarrassed that I don't hit it further. What do you think that is, just looking at my swing?
So it comes from a little bit of using that last shot as example there, one of the best drives we hit. We had a 274 total, right? Mm-hmm. But that time we got our club face square to our path. The most important reason why we're not hitting the ball as far as we should is your club face is open to your path, so creating a lot of side spin, making the ball cut and lose yardage.
Got it.
All right, Blair, so in summary of the data we collected there for our gap session, our takeaways, our strong talking points here. Number one, we've got a good set makeup. Mm-hmm. Each golf club, as it gets longer, does go further than the club before it. So that's a good thing, right?
Yep.
We don't have to look at any loft or lie problems that we're afraid might be causing one golf club to stand out and not go as far as, like the 7-iron not going as far as the 8-iron.
Yeah.
All of your golf clubs go the right distance. That being said, we did have quite a bit of variance in how far we hit each golf club. That's coming through our centers of contact. We want to work on hitting the ball in the middle of the club face, and also with our face to path. For you, we were having our face to path be a little bit open, which was causing that ball to be a little high and spinny to the right.
Okay.
So we want to work on getting that face more square to the path so we can hit the ball more in the center of the club face. Sound good?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, man. So let's head out to the course, and we'll take this data that we got, the key points that you mentioned, and we'll work on that and some course strategy.
Awesome. Let's do it.
All right, so we came out to the course. Gap fitting is done in the bay at Loggerhead. We're here at River Landing. This is my home course, and I'm gonna go out and do an on-course assessment. We're meeting Caleb and Nicky out here and really refine my game, work on some course management, and get a strategy together so I can finally break 80. All right, the coaches. I feel like I'm walking in a Shark Tank.
I know it. It's something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. What's going on, dude?
What's up, man?
Doing all right?
I don't know about that.
Hey, this is practice though, so
Practice?
we're gonna get it right.
Practice. You can put the cut in of AI here. Practice.
We talking about practice, man.
First stop, kind of on course, we're gonna be looking at tee shots. Tee shots really off par 4, par 5. We're on river course number 2 here, which I always feel like, you know, it's a very forgiving tee shot, but at the same time,
It's penalizing.
it's penalizing because there's trouble on both sides here. So from this tee, we're looking at about 375 total. Slight dog leg left. Walk me through, Blair. You know, when you're playing here, what do you see?
So it really depends on my swing that day. Like I just got off the range, warming up. Today I'm hitting more of a draw than I was in the gap session that we did.
Good.
So that makes this tee shot fit my eye a little bit better today.
Yeah.
So I look at this and I say, all right, I'm aiming for that right or the left edge of that fairway bunker out there. And if I can peel it off left of that, which I was doing on the range, that is going to leave me an 8 or 9 iron into the green, which is a good yardage for me and a good club for me. So I look at this and I'm real mental. I can't even talk or look about the things that are in the periphery. And for the viewers at home, I'll say it. There's water to the left, there's houses on the right. While, Nicky, you're right, this is a pretty open and forgiving tee shot.
But there's still a lot of trouble. Yeah.
There's still a lot of trouble. You duff it, you're in the water left, hit a duck hook.
We're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
You slice it, you hit a house on the right because there's no room right. So I don't talk about that. I don't look at that. I look at directly what my aim point is and thinking about what I'm trying to do.
We have to have tunnel vision, right?
And the reason why we're focusing here on par 4, par 5 tee shots is the tee shot puts us in position so that we can have an opportunity to score on the par 4, par 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I absolutely love that left side of that bunker straight ahead. Now, really, when we're looking at a hole like this, we don't have to hit the best drive. We just have to make a solid swing.
It's just got to be good enough to get in the fairway.
Yeah.
It's got to get in the fairway.
Yeah, for sure. So
Awesome. Well, let's see if I can actually do that after we talked about that hazard over there.
oh my God. Can't take them anywhere. Biggest thing here, go through your pre-shot routine just like you would in a normal round.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
So we already talked about our target, so
I always struggled previously with alignment.
yeah.
So I'll typically stand behind the ball, kind of use the line on the ball as my like aim point for where I want to go.
Okay.
So I'll just step up. All right, Blair, just peel one off that fairway bunker, land it in the fairway.
Money.
That's it. I have to talk myself through it. You landed on the back side of that hill. It's kind of going to run in the fairway. Might be in the fairway in the first cut. But I need to talk myself through it to really like get in my head of what I'm going to do.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So that's typically my process.
Self-talk is perfectly fine.
Yeah, as long as it's positive. I'm a bit. I'll step behind you. You nailed your aim perfect. And biggest thing here is we know with your ball flight, right? Left side of the golf course is okay, right? We want to eliminate the right side. So, you know, ball ended up about 15 yards left to target, and we're in perfect position here. Really good, really good. We're out here practicing, right? We're trying to kind of come up with the best strategy for you to be on your journey to shoot better scores. So if I look at that tee ball you just hit, everything was great. The only thing I would refine, right, and it's not so much change or anything like that. I'm very particular on where we tee the ball up.
So we want to try to give you a new perspective.
Right.
Let's explain why we want to do
So
that.
you would rather me be on the other side of the tee box?
We're going to experiment with it.
Okay.
I was gonna say we were over here on the right side of the tee box. We know the hole moves left.
But let's also explain, so our gap fitting.
Yep.
Your miss was what direction?
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. We know for you, your strongest ball flight, when you hit the ball most solid, the ball moved left, right? So we want to set you up on the side of the tee box that helps you frame that shot so you can hit your preferred shot shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we come over here, now we don't have to go way left, right? The tee boxes here at River Landing are huge, so usually it's a little tough to be super precise on where you are. So like this is where, you know, in a tournament, I would say is like when you get on the tee box, take your time.
Yeah.
Right? Really kind of say, okay, here's how the hole is shaped. All right, let's go. Little things like this add up, so we'll go from there. So
Your
being
aim
on this
point's still the same?
Aim point's still the same. So let me talk about what I see here. When I move further to the left, and I think you can see it, viewers at home, it brings this tree into my line of vision. And we know from my gap fitting, when I would miss it, would pull it left and it would slice right? And that was my big miss. So that's my concern and why I typically go further right.
So we want to try to eliminate that miss. We don't want to play it anymore.
I would agree.
So that tree doesn't exist.
So
if
I
you
will
hit
say,
your correct shape,
so
that tree doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is kind of a little bit of reverse psychology, right? If we go over here on the right side, we kind of crushed ourselves. It's okay to make that miss.
Okay.
So now it's more, this is all about kind of execution, where we're going from there, right? So let's hit a tee ball.
Like I
and
say, it's
see.
about framing the picture we want to create.
All right, so we're peeling off the left edge of that fairway bunker. Just hit a good one off the left edge of that fairway bunker.
Bam.
All right.
So the strike wise, really, again, solid strike.
Yep.
Not as solid as the first one. That being said, that's why we kind of want to strategize, make sure we're really keen on what target we're choosing, because you can hit that little bit of that miss hit, and look, we're right center of the fairway, still only 10 yards right of our initial target.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's two tee balls now, no question. We're in a tournament setting.
You've got two balls. Like either
We're
one of those
club
drives would've been in.
twirling. We're on our way.
So the only thing that changed there was Nicky and Caleb moved me over to the left side of the tee box. It did give me the opportunity to have more of the course available for my miss, which is that cut, or that slice rather. So that was good, and even on that ball, it ended up in the fairway, which is nice. But we're going over to my first ball now and seeing how that goes, and I'm gonna attack this pin hopefully.
All right, Blair, 117, great tee ball, position A. Now let's focus on kind of the second shot. Run us through kind of what you would typically do from here.
Right, so we found in my gap fitting, my clubs are too dirty. So the first thing I did was I cleaned my clubs, sort of. I got the dirt out of the grooves and I'm ready to go. So that was number one of what I'm doing. But I see this ball here, we got 117. That's kind of between a 50-degree and a pitching wedge for me, but Mr. Gary Player, close personal friend, always told me it's better to be long. Long's your friend here. The pin's in the front. There's a road back there, but that's real long. That's like 150. So I'm gonna hit my 125 club. Wind is kind of swirling, but kind of feels in my face. So I'm gonna hit a 125 club, 120 shot, and just try to get it on the green.
Sounds good. Hit you a good shot.
That's gotta go. Go, go, go.
All right, so actually not a bad result, right, at all, just short of the flag. Biggest thing that I could only suggest is we got to come up with our play yardage, right? We grabbed 117, then we just grabbed our 125 club. This 117 shot into the wind, slightly up the hill, It's more like a 130 shot. So,
Okay.
you know, I would be really precise on before you reach into the bag, knowing what the play yardage is to that flag, because then we also still have room behind the flag. You know, so I would probably say this is a comfortable 130 shot. If you hit it 135, you're going to be still behind the flag and you're perfect.
Okay, so you're saying hit my 9-iron.
Hit the 9-iron. And the only thing I will add into this, I'm going to be real simple. One thing I heard you say is there's a road back there at 150. I'm not picking on you. I didn't know a road was back there.
Oh, okay.
So that should not even be in our mindset.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
focused on our target, our objective. I want you to have a very clear picture of what you want to do.
Yep.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
That previous shot we hit there is a good aiming point, and you want to draw this shot into that flag.
Pin high. Good shot. All right, we're at another par 4 here. And the biggest thing, the reason why we wanted to come to this hole, because if we have a hole where we can't hit driver, what do we do?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to ask that to you now, right? So if you're not pulling driver out of the bag, what club are you going to?
Typically, it's a 3-wood for me.
Okay.
I absolutely love my 3-wood. I mean, I'm sponsored by PXG, obviously, and every year I get the new clubs, Gen 5, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6. They could not get me out of my Gen 5 3-wood from PXG, so that's what this is. This is last year's 3-wood.
Okay.
I absolutely love this thing. I feel very confident with it in my hand. Typically, when I have a hole that I have to hit a fairway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pulling. This is my go-to.
Yeah, and that's the important part, because that's where a lot of kind of amateur golfers really mess up. Is they always say, okay, I can't hit driver, I should just hit 3-wood. 3-wood is your go-to club if you're not pulling driver, and I think that's the most important thing. Is it's not about distance now off the tee. It's about getting the ball in the fairway, because if we needed distance, then we're just pulling driver, right? So let's see a tee ball.
All right, so walking through this shot, 3-wood, I'm going to the left of the tee box, going to give myself as much of this hole to the right as I can in case I do hit that, like, slicey thing that I hit. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to step up, hit a good one, hit a nice little draw into the wind.
Boom, fairway. Good play.
Wasn't a draw, but I'm in the fairway.
And that's the biggest thing, is you got to play to where even the bad curvature keeps you in play.
Yeah.
Right? And I always say it all the time. We're shooting in a shotgun right now. Where's our spread?
Yeah. And if I would have hit on this side of the tee box and hit that same ball, I'd be in.
You're in the trees.
I'd be in the crap over there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And that's where you got to be super particular on where you start the tee shot, where you put the tee in the ground. Go from there. So really good. All right. So we're here on a par 3. We've talked about tee ball, second shot strategy into par 4s, par 5s, par 3s. Make or break the scorecard. I always say 3 is your best friend.
Yeah.
Right? 3s are your best friend, because if we can keep those big numbers up off the scorecard, especially on par 3s, it's going to lead to some better scores. We're on number 3 here. We have about 178 yards into the wind, back right flag. Kind of walk me through it.
All right, so again, lining up on the left side of the tee box, trying to eliminate as much of this over here that I can, and knowing my typical shot shape is still that slice, fade, cut, or whatever you want to call it.
We're changing the terminology to fade.
I don't care. It is what it is. So it's that shot shape. But I mean, maybe it's me just being simple and from Myrtle Beach, but I just typically look at this and I say, all right, flag's back. It's 178. It's playing a little longer, uphill, into the wind, thick air. I'm going to hit my 200 club, just to hit a 200 shot and get it on the green, try to get close. If I can get it in 50 feet of that pin, I'm happy.
What's your aiming point?
The flag.
Okay.
The green, I guess, is a better aiming point. I'm aiming for the green.
Let's go. What a shot.
Hey, camera's on. I come to play.
Really good.
Now I'm gonna be picky here.
Do it.
You said you're gonna aim at the flag. You aimed middle of the green.
Okay.
Okay. So psychologically, you aimed further left, and you realized you gave yourself a little more room to play your fade, and kind of gave yourself a crutch for that one.
Yep.
I want you to be aggressive. If you're gonna aim at the flag, I want you to aim at the flag, and we want to see that nice little tight draw you hit when we did the gap session.
Okay. Line me up. I'm gonna aim how I think is correct.
That is good there.
You think it's good?
Yep. Good
There
swing.
we go.
Good swing.
Great golf swing
Yep.
there. So end result of the first ball was fantastic.
Yeah.
That being said, that second shot was better executed.
Got it.
Because you didn't play the fade,
Mm-hmm.
right? You didn't play the crutch. You actually made yourself do what we've been working on, which is getting the ball to move a little left.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that's just the biggest thing is now, obviously, in a tournament setting,
If we're playing a round of golf-
we acted like, yes, you did aim right at the flag the first time.
Yeah.
It was a great end of the result. Like we're right there. But second time around, that was perfect. Just be a little more precise on your target.
Yeah.
That way you can commit to the target.
So you would say, instead of saying I'm gonna aim at the green, you're aiming.
Well, I would say,
A great scenario or a great example
well,
of this.
I would say
The
drone.
Patriot, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson.
Love it.
All right. What does he teach his kids? He said, aim small, miss small.
Yep.
I pick a very small, defined target, and that's the only thing I'm
That's what I was
focused
going
on.
to say.
Okay.
When you said 50 feet, that's when I'm like, nope, we can't say that. We can't say that. That's too wide.
Yeah.
That's too wide. We say, you know, we're going to take this a yard left of the flag.
Okay. A yard left of the flag. Oh, that was the worst one yet.
Hey, that's all right.
That's all right. You hit it solid.
And I would say the biggest thing here, Blair, is like that's the miss we're going to have to create.
Yeah.
Because that
Next season.
and for a hole like this, to a back flag, to the number, that back right of that bunker is back right to that bunker is 160 yards. This trouble's not in play.
Yeah.
So we don't even need to think about it. And that's the biggest thing is, you know, taking those scores to the next step. The best players don't even look or think about over there because they know if you hit a solid shot at the number of the flag,
Yeah.
you're not in trouble.
Yeah. and
It's
that's
not
wh-
anywhere near.
That's why the first thing I said is this is over here, but we're not talking about it.
No.
I don't look at it. I don't talk about it. I don't acknowledge that there's water right.
Exactly.
I'm looking at the green.
Yep.
Bingo.
100%.
So we're wrapping up here. Nicky and Caleb, my question to you guys, what should I be working on to really hone in everything to get ready to play golf our next episode where I break 80 and then for the World Am?
It's hard. It's hard to tell yourself this, but I would shut off like the playing between now and then. I would shut off thinking about score.
Yeah.
Right. I really want you to kind of focus on quality of strikes.
Play golf shot.
Right. Picking the golf shot, committing to the golf shot, and going from there. Because as we've seen today, you can execute. Right. We just have to get set up there and be confident in knowing you can do it. And then golf swing wise, Caleb, you got.
I'll say my input, what I want you to do is when you're playing these practice rounds, we call, because I want you playing golf between now and when we do the next episode.
Yeah.
I want you to pick a target, and I want you to picture the ball starting at that target line and drawing 5 yards left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you got to change your aiming point. Channel your inner Victor Hovland here. We're going to hit those little pull draws to the target. And so every shot you execute and hit a draw, ball flight, is a good swing.
Okay.
Well executed.
Okay.
If we hit a shot and it goes to the right, it curves to the right at all, bad Blair.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, and I would say too is like keeping track of those, right? Just put a tally on a scorecard, anything. That way you can give us some feedback saying, hey, now we know something's moving along, right? Because if you're just focusing on score, you're always going to have good days and bad days,
Got it.
right? That being said, you can control if you're going to strike the ball well or not.
Yep. You can
Leading up into
execute.
that
We
shot.
want to give you a new goal in how you execute.
Perfect.
Got it.
Yep.
So
Got it. Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, man.
For you guys at home, like, follow, subscribe, do all the things. Tune in next time. Follow me at Blair Wheeler. You can follow Loggerhead Golf at Loggerhead Golf, and make sure you subscribe and like and share and do all that stuff on YouTube. So see you next time.